Hey everybody, welcome to Rock Around the Ring. I am Kid Cadet, and today, ladies and gentlemen, if you're noticing, I am not here with Danica. I am here with my co-host, the one and only Milo Beasley. How you doing, Milo?
I am good, Kid Cadet. A little bit tired, but hey, I'm here. I'm good. I'm in good health. I'm in good spirits. I'm ready to have some fun.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, just to update everybody, so a couple weeks ago, Milo became a dad of the world's cutest baby, Anderson. He's so adorable. So actually, Milo streamed with us the night that his wife was like in active labor. And then the next week, we had the debut of baby Anderson on the stream. So it's a whirlwind, I'm sure.
Already. He's already he has more Instagram followers than me now. It's just insane.
He's a popular kid. Well, all right, Milo, what do you say?
All right. So are we ready now?
I think so.
I think we're needing a guest here. So please help me welcome a person who I got to introduce at GalaxyCon for her very first panel. So we're going to give her very first solo GalaxyCon live panel. Please help me welcome Nina Bergman.
Woo-hoo! Hi, guys.
What's up? I was going to say live from New York. It's Nina Bergman. You look beautiful as always. How are you, Nina? Everything going good?
Everything is fantastic. Yeah. I'm missing my hair, but other than that, life is good.
I think you rock the short hair.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I quite like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to it.
Are you going to go back or are you going to keep it?
I booked another thing, so I might just keep it for a split second and then I'm going to grow it back.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's kind of start with this. Obviously, our assumption is you can't tell us too much about the production that you just wrapped, but can you tell us about the experience overall?
I was one of the, I guess, lucky ones to shoot during COVID. And it was a wild experience, because you get tested. It's a very small crew. It's so hard because I can't say anything. So it's like really tricky. All I can say is best experience of my life, hardest experience of my life. I think this project is probably one of those I feel the most proud of ever. I am really excited. She's a badass, my character, but a different kind of badass, but a badass.
So totally out of your wheelhouse then.
Right, exactly.
And I'm writing the theme song to the movie. It's just a dream come true. It's just a dream come true. It's based after a comic book. It was made into a movie, a European movie, and now they made it into an American movie. And I'm the main character. It's all.
I'm gonna go Google that.
It's all from my perspective. Everything is shot from my perspective, and with one of my favorite directors. And I wish I could talk about it.
Can you tell us how long it took to shoot?
Well, it was. I can say this. It was one of those where they had a big star attached. 2 days before, I was one of those. I volunteered to do the table read, right? 2 days before they started shooting, they couldn't get her in the country. 2 days before they started shooting, I got the part. So there was a very limited amount of time because I have to cram everything in. So I had 2 days of preparation, which was crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you shaved your head for the role? Is that something you're allowed to tell us?
In the movie. It's a part of the movie as a punishment.
Oh.
So it's like
okay.
That is a punishment.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we're both punished. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, you still look great. So punishment or not, you look beautiful. So I mean, you look incredible. Well, thank you for sharing what you can with us. And I know Milo and I and everyone watching, we're so excited once everything could be announced and we get to watch.
I'm excited too. And it's a comic book, which is always good. I love comic book characters.
Yeah, we missed you because you were supposed to be on with Josh Petersdorf as well. But we missed you then. But I'm super glad that we have you on now.
Me too.
But I was just wondering, so again, you said, temperature screening, small crew, but what was the most difficult thing about shooting during COVID, during this pandemic?
Well, I stayed on location. So you live in this little bubble. You can't really talk to anyone. And they give you these weird shield things. You put it around your neck. And then it's like a plastic shield that comes up like this. And you can't get close to anyone.
Like when a dog gets neutered?
Right? Like the cone of shame.
Because you wear this like plastic shield. You can't get close to anyone. The extras and other people. And, you kind of stay in your little clique with the people that you're close to on set. And it's kind of lonely. You know what I mean? You're like in your trailer with your couple of co-stars and you can't really chat with anyone. I mean, not that I could, because it was a very challenging characters. I kind of had to stay in my bubble. But it was just a little weird because one person gets it and the production will be shut down. So it's pretty hardcore, you know what I mean? It's pretty hardcore. Yeah, so it's like a very kind of weird, lonely existence. And, you want to hug people. I'm a hugger, and I can't hug people and I can't. It was weird. And it's like, they stripped a lot of the crew members. So my makeup artist, they have scripties on set, like someone who stands there with the lines if you forget your lines and stuff. And, they pulled as many people off set as possible. So it was very bare minimal, the crew. Right. So it was like, which was nice because then it feels family, but also like so many people are wearing so many hats. So
where were you filming in LA?
Santa Clarita.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
I was hiding up there in Santa Clarita.
But you got out of there before the fire started.
What happened was the first day, like I kind of drove through the fires.
Oh no.
And then I just stayed up there. And because it was crazy hours, crazy character. And I had to prep. I had no time to prep. So I was like, I just need to stay on location, immerse myself and just give it all I got in the time that I have.
Wow.
So it was crazy, but I personally like the smaller crew. I like more intimate and smaller, and because then instead of like the big crews, there's so many people. You know what I mean. You don't get to know anyone's name. It's there's like 50 to 100 people on set, and you don't know what they're all doing. Here, I knew exactly who everyone was, so it was like a little family. It felt like a little family.
That's good.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, which is nice.
So, out of curiosity, when you were growing up, did you initially have your sights set on musical theater, or did you kind of know you were going to be a Jill of all trades?
I wanted to do musical theater. I went to musical theater school when I went to college in New York and NYU.
Right, that's so incredible. Tish is like so crazy. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. But then when I went and I saw Sound of Music, the girl that was 17 was played by like a 35-year-old. So I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, I'll come back to Broadway, like in the later part of my career. And then before you knew it, I was singing in a rock band and doing movies. So I was like, okay, I guess I still want to do something on Broadway. Do you have a dream role? I want to do Sunset Boulevard. I want to play Norma Desmond, once you walk down the stairs, like when I'm like,
yes.
Or, I wanted to do Rent for the longest time. I wanted to be Mimi.
Yeah, of course.
I can see that.
Oh, you have to do Rent.
Yeah, but I think my calling is because, it's for a long time and it's such a commitment. I think my calling is to do more projects instead of like one for a long time. Very fair.
Very fair. And so what was your experience like going to college in New York?
Hard. I had to pay for it myself, so I didn't have, I couldn't get a scholarship because I was a foreigner. So I would do modeling gig, acting gigs. I worked, I did amateur boxing, underground fighting. I worked as a dishwasher. I mean, I would do like anything just to make money, because I had to make a lot of money. So it was a pretty crazy experience. And NYU is hard. It's like really hard. Like they demand a lot of you. So I'm really glad I did it, but I'm really glad it's over.
All right. So So underground boxing. So like anybody who's following you on Instagram, they see a lot of pictures of you with your fist taped, a lot of Insta stories. Like, how did you get into boxing? Like, how did you develop that love for boxing? And
I was a ballerina from 4 to retired when I was 18, and I was like so balletti. And then they sent me to boxing to get like a little more, you know what I mean? Like a little more grounded. And then I was really good at it. So they were like, you can actually start making money. You can do amateur fights. You can make like 500, then 1,000, and 5,000. And you know what I mean? I was like, oh, and then, I was an angry little chick that listened to rock music.
Did you have your amateur record?
Yeah, I wasn't the best. Scars I have. I can't even hear in my right ear. I wasn't the best, so my score wasn't that great. But I was making money.
But hey,
there you go. Exactly.
Right.
This is now in my acting. You know what I mean? To be able to throw a decent punch actually help, and it helps with my characters all the time.
Right.
I use it all the time. The stand and the movements, and yeah.
Do you have any tips for somebody that maybe wants to get into boxing on how to throw a good punch? Like, is there like a certain technique that you like to do?
Yeah, classes, and it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. It's not actually punch. It's all in the hips.
I find like when you were play fighting per se in movies that it was hard to throw a fake movie punch because you're so used to throwing real punches.
It's like, I'll demonstrate, all right?
Okay. Yes. Here we go.
Right. You're on my kitchen table right now. So, so let me see how I can do that. So in boxing, right, everything is like very fast, right? Fast. In movie punching, everything is more like, you know what I mean? It's more like exaggerated. You know what I mean? And if it's a little bit slower, because if I do it right, it's fast. Kind of like, you know what I mean? Everything is a little slow.
I'm trying to go the right way. That's awesome.
It's I had to it's not in movies. It's not real.
Have you ever accidentally punched somebody for real though?
The movie I just did.
Oh no!
Oh boy!
There's like a piece of wood, and I thought it was a movie piece of wood that was made out of foam. So at the end of the scene, the director goes, "You take this piece of wood, you smash the guy in the head, you take the bag of gold, and you run as fast as you can." So thinking, oh, okay, he wants me to do the whole thing, and I thought, oh, it's just like one of those foam things, like float around in the pool. So I take it, this is the moment in the movie where she takes all of her power and she's like, punches him, hits him in the head, and there was a metal rod inside of it. Yeah.
Oh gosh, was anyone seriously injured, or we're all okay?
I have
one piece,
and everyone's like this, and the actors are like, he had to get ice. I mean, it was really bad. So for all actors out there, never, ever, ever hit anyone in the head. When you do stunts, you always hit on the side. You always go over. You always cheat, but you never actually hit anyone in the head with anything.
Very fair. Same for wrestlers too, right, Milo?
Well, it depends. No, I guess. Wait, the last time we were on a call, somebody wanted you to fight me at FSCW.
Yes.
And now that I've heard this story, there is no way I am doing that.
Well, we're just acting, right?
Well,
You're a dad, so I'll be nice.
Okay.
You heard it here first. She's going to be nice. All right. So obviously, I love that you have both sides. Like, you're a ballerina, but you can also throw a mean punch. So out of curiosity, do you prefer to be the good guy or the villain?
The villain.
Villain?
Yeah, because the good guy, it's like, it's the vanilla dialogue. Most of the time, the character arc is kind of flat. I mean, who wants to be the good girl? I mean,
Yeah, fair.
And when you're a villain, you get the monologue, right?
yeah. I mean, I don't know. The bad guy is always more fun, you know. And I relate more to them for some reason, you know. Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
No, I agree. I agree.
Bad guy. I mean, you do bad things on stage.
No, I'm a good guy. I'm
do-
almost 100% a good guy.
Sometimes you don't play fair.
Hey, you know, if you want to win.
There you go.
Spider-Man doesn't always play fair. Iron Man doesn't always play fair. You know,
That's yeah.
I mean, he has missiles.
Yeah.
True.
All right. So to totally change the subject, we're going to go in a different direction. I have to know about the first time that you met the legendary Paul Anka.
Paul Anka. Yes.
Paul Anka. I'm sorry.
Hey, do you really want to know?
Absolutely.
Sure. If you want to share, of course.
Agent introduced me to him. We were having lunch. I did not know who Paul Anka was. I know who, you know, I just didn't know who he was. You know, I know some of the artists that he wrote for. You know, Paul Anka wrote My Way. I just didn't know he wrote it. I didn't know all this stuff. So I thought I was being introduced to him because he was doing music for movies or was a movie producer. I didn't really know. And then he was like, how can I hear some of your music at the restaurant? I was like, well, I don't play my music for suits. And he's like, fine, I'll listen to it naked. And I was like, oh. I was like, okay, I like this kind of guy. He's funky. You know what I mean? He's not a suit, you know? And then he was like, well, why don't you come by tomorrow and bring your music? So I sent the music. I went by. And we went to a guy's house named David Foster that he brought to America. David Foster is a very big songwriter, producer, one of the greatest. At the time, he had like a train in his house. He had so many Grammys and awards at his piano. They were like all over the floors, like, you know what I mean? Awards. And he heard one of my songs that he really liked, and he's like, "Oh, let's just play it right now, like 9 o'clock in the morning." And I'm like, "Okay, you know what I mean?" We just kind of took it from there. Then Paul Anka took me around to Universal. He took me to Warner Brothers, and then we ended up signing with Warner Brothers because I was supporting the band with my modeling and acting. I was, paying for everything. I was booking my own shows. I was, doing everything myself. So I was tired, with 3 guys. And I was like, it would be nice to have a label kind of, taking over and taking it to the next level. So then we signed with Warner Brothers, and that's what happened. So Paul Anka was my manager. He managed me. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a lot of people can say that, or just you. I mean, that's so iconic.
He's something else, He is something else. Like, he's very old school New York. He hung out with a Rat Pack, So that's like his swagger. That's his thing. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. He's very no, but he started my music career for real. He is. I owe a lot to him. He was good to me.
Awesome. All right, so the naked line worked. All right, I got to remember that. All right.
I did not expect that. You know what I mean? Did not expect it. I was like, normally in the Me Too world right now, probably wouldn't go over that well, but it was pre-Me Too. So, so I was like, yeah.
And then the last time we had you on, speaking of music, you talked about you opened for Meatloaf.
I did.
What was that? What was that like? That guy is just an icon. I couldn't imagine just being able to share a stage with him.
He is Meatloaf. Again, like a legend. He's like different. He's like I don't know. I learned a lot from him. standing there backstage watching him and how he runs his show. And we had the same manager that was taking care of him. So I just learned a lot. It was my first kind of big tour, like 35,000 people, 2,500, sorry, 3,500 people. So it's like when you're used to playing in small clubs, when there's like 150 people and all of them, there's over 3,000 people, it was like a really big deal. And he's just such a pro. He's cool. He's funny. He took really good care of us. He has an amazing band. Very funny guy.
Did you, after your set, did you watch him, or did you like go back and get to close up the night?
Well, we have to, when you do a show, you have to go and sell merch and like do signings, kind of like Comic-Cons right after it.
Mm-hmm.
So they line people up, and then you go and sign, and then after we would go and watch him. So we would see like the second half or whatever, you know what I mean?
So cool. So we have Meatloaf I guess this weekend. He's doing one of the GalaxyCon live events with
cool.
with some of the cast of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No, yeah. I mean, if he's in a good mood, you're gonna have fun.
I'm so excited. So like my dream, Nina, is to sing Paradise by the Dashboard Light with him. That's like always been my dream.
If he's in the right mood, he'll do it.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever get a chance to sing it with him?
It all depends on his mood.
Okay. All right. Well,
I mean, if you met in person, I'm sure you could get him to do it. You're very charming. Yeah, sure. I'm sure he would be like, okay, let's do it. Yeah. He's not. Yeah.
I've seen him just sign for hours at GalaxyCon. Like after the event is over, he's still sitting there signing, talking to people. He's amazing.
He's the best that way. Yeah, he's really great. Yeah.
I love hearing that about people too, because that's what makes me a fan, is like when someone is nice and kind and they're willing to give time to you, and they don't just, obviously everyone has their moments, but what makes me a fan, rather not just the music, but that they're a good, kind human. So
no, he treats everyone the same. Is
there anybody else who you would like to open for?
Ooh.
or open for you.
I mean, to do shows with, oh my God.
Absolutely. Who do you want to share a stage with?
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people. I mean, one there isn't here anymore. I would do anything to do a show with Linkin Park right now, because they were my favorite. But someone that are here right now, new or old or anyone?
Anyone.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Coolest
There's no wrong answers.
right now is Billie Eilish. I just love her. I love what she stands for. I love everything about her. I think musically, who I'm closest to is probably like 30 Seconds to Mars or something. Yeah. So I think we'd be like a good match because our music is similar. So you know what I mean? So
See, I can see that. I would love to see that, because you could co-star in a movie with Jared Leto and then share a stage with him.
I think you need to talk to my manager about that.
Oh yeah, we're on it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I'm on it right.
So I was curious. The last time we didn't get a chance to ask you, but about the songs that you did for Repo, the Genetic Opera, and Sharknado. So what can you tell us about Repo? Because I'm obsessed with that musical. Like, that is one of my favorites.
I have a funny story. I mean, not funny. I was devastated at the time, but I was brand new. I don't even think I'd moved to LA, and I booked a gig to sing in it. And then it's the director from Saw, right? Yeah. And then I can't remember. Someone dropped out. I think it was Patrick Swayze or something dropped out, and they needed like a name. So I was replaced with Paris Hilton.
That's who, really?
Yes. And when you hear her sing, that's me singing.
Really?
So that was like my first Hollywood experience.
That explains a lot, because I was like, good for her. Like, she could sing. Like, and now,
and I worked with an incredible artist named Yoshiki. He's a Japanese artist that's in a band called X Japan that has a huge, he's like the Michael Jackson of Japan. So he kind of escaped here to California, and he's like huge. So he did the music, and I worked with him a lot, and he's a phenomenal musician. Yeah, so I worked with him, but yeah, I was devastated. It was my first, Hollywood experience.
Well, now, here you go booking, main roles, and sorry, Paris.
Turn on.
Got this one, so.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I have no complaints. I have like gratitude. You know what I mean? All
sure.
the way. Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm happy. Just took a little bit of time. Yeah.
And what about Sharknado?
I work with a guy named Gino, who is the guitar player from Filter. I don't know if you know a band called Filter?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so he's a guitar player for the original Filter, and I work with him a lot. So whenever he would get stuff, he would bring me in, to sing on stuff. So I wrote that with him. Yeah, so that was a fun one. I think I can't remember if we did another one or I can't remember. Yeah, no, so he's a cool guy, and he does a lot of that stuff, and we work together. So it was a fun one. Yeah.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was that one.
I mean, you've just had some amazing experiences with some amazing people, and I have to believe, saw this on the social medias about 2 weeks ago or so, that you were on the IMDb nicest of all list.
How the hell did that happen?
Do you think you are the 23rd most nicest in Hollywood?
What was that? I just lost you there for a split second.
I say, do you think you are the 23rd? Hold on.
Oh, is that you? No, I think it's on Nina's end.
Yeah, is that better? No?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
So how do you think that you ended up on that list, and are you the 23rd most nicest celebrity out there?
I don't know why I'm only number. I don't know. I mean, nice. I don't know. I mean, it depends on who you compare yourself to. I try whenever I show up at work not to bring my personal stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like just basic normal stuff, I guess. I mean, the last movie I did, I mean, I couldn't be as nice because sometimes you really got to focus. I mean, even when you're on tour stuff, I can't really talk too much because I got to save my voice. I'm sure it's the same at Comic-Con. I mean, you get burned out after 3 days. You're like sometimes maybe a little more short with people. But I really tried to stay in gratitude, remember how lucky I am. I mean, people like you guys. I mean, you know what I mean? I just, and I'm always like, the moment, I quit, that's why I have both music and acting, because when I start taking things for granted, sometimes I would find myself on set and I'll be like tired and not super excited and whatever. And I'm like, okay, now it's time to take a break. Because it's very easy to take it for granted because it's crazy hours. It's so much work. It's auditions. It's so many different personalities. It's unrealistic expectations sometimes. You know what I mean? So I would sometimes once I start getting like into that mode when I'm not grateful anymore, I would, I would just do music or focus on something else. Yeah, I really have made a conscious choice to be nice and grateful, because I think anyone who can make a living being in this industry is, I mean, super lucky,
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Look at it. Yeah.
So before we get to our game, I guess my final question for you, outside of, let's say, theater and acting and music and boxing, what are you a fan of?
What am I a fan of?
Yeah.
Well, when I don't do that, I'm an activist. That's what I do. Like, I do my hobby. Like, people are like, what do you do for your hobby? I'm like, I do it all the time. Or I like ride motorcycles, but it kind of ties into movies, and you know what I mean? I ride motorcycles, and then I'm an activist. I'm an animal rights activist. So I'm their voice. So I'll do whatever I can for them.
That's so fabulous.
Yes, whatever I can do for animals, I try to do my best as much as I can, and spread the message without being fanatic, and like, on people, you know what I mean? So so that's what I do in my spare time.
Very cool. Well, thank you for that. That's amazing. All right. Well, Milo, what do you think? Are we ready to play this game?
I think we are ready to play.
All right. So, Nina, this is a simple game of would you rather. So, the only thing you have to do is pick between the two options of which you would rather do. So, we're going to bring the game up on the screen right now. Hopefully. Okay, there it is. Okay. So, Nina, would you rather dress every day like you're going to the Oscars or every day dress in pajamas?
Oh, that's mean. Well, when you go to the Oscars, you have someone help you dress you, and they help you do your hair and makeup and stuff. So I would say dress for the Oscars.
Dress for the Oscars, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
You have helpers though, you and help you get dressed and do your hair and makeup, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
All right, Nina, would you rather live 6 months in sub-zero temperature or a year in 100-degree heat?
Sub-zero.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you survive in that?
I'm one of those crazy people that take ice baths and cold showers and, do all of that stuff. The cold is good for you. And it is so hot in California and there's so much smoke. I don't know if if you know from all the fires, it's been unbearable. I'm ready for some snow. Ask me if 24 hours later, once I stay there, maybe I'll change my mind.
Yeah, when we had Josh on a couple weeks ago, he was saying it was in the hundreds.
It's been insane to the point where you can't function. You're just like, you just sit in your air-conditioned car or wherever you are. You know what I mean? It's unbearable. It's like it's been really bad. Yeah, and it's like smoky right now in California. That's one of the reasons why I'm here now too. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy what's happening over there. So yeah, I'll take the cold.
Okay. It's yours. All right. Here's the next one. Would you rather have X-ray vision or be able to read minds?
Oh, that's easy. Read minds.
Really?
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
I don't know. That would scare me a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to know what people are thinking all the time.
Yeah. I'd end up hating people.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd end up hating people that I liked.
Yeah. I didn't think that far. I didn't get that far. I just thought it would be super cool.
For sure. Well, there's no wrong answer, so you're correct. All right, here's the next one.
All right. Would you rather box 10 rounds in heavy gloves or perform on stage in lead boots?
Wow. Okay, I got to think. 10 rounds. I mean, for my kind of performance on stage, I wouldn't laugh in those lead boots. No way. I'm pretty tough, but no, I would take 10 rounds.
So is that a thing? Like, do people put weights in their gloves? Like, is that a common, I don't mean to sound ignorant about it, but is that something that happens?
That they put weights in their gloves?
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard that. Sometimes you would train with weights in your hands, just shadow.
Oh, weights.
Yeah, just to, like little 5-pounders or whatever, just to get used to it, because then once you put them down, you're a lot faster.
Got it.
Yeah, you do stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
That makes so much sense. All right. Clearly, I'm not a boxer. All right. Yeah. Here's the next one. Would you rather star in a live action COD movie? I don't know what I'm trying. Oh, star in a live action Call of Duty movie. Sorry, we wrote this last night. Or write and perform a Call of Duty game soundtrack.
Oh no. Well, I've already done I would perform and write, because I haven't done that. The Call of Duty. Yeah, I would write and perform it. Yeah, I think that's what I would. I think that's what I would do.
But at the end of the day, you should obviously do both. So
that's what I think.
Why not
Yeah.
both?
What I
Yeah, both.
Why not both meme?
Exactly.
think. We're working on it. We're working on it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, good to know. All right. Here's the
All
next
right. Would you rather have been given the opportunity to perform with Janis Joplin or to perform with Amy Winehouse?
Janis Joplin. I'm sorry, Amy, but yeah. I mean, yeah. I would perform with her, and then I would take a ride in her Porsche with her after. Yeah, she had like the coolest Porsche. Yeah, no, Janis Joplin. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah?
one. Yeah.
I mean, who isn't, right? I mean, I love Amy Winehouse too, but I think Janis Joplin was just, she's just a different species, completely from a different planet, you know?
Oh yeah. She
I
was
share a birthday
revolutionary.
with Janis Joplin.
Oh, you
What?
do?
I do. I mean, not the same. I mean, hers was a little bit before mine, but yeah,
Right.
January 19th.
Okay, what's your singing voice?
No,
No.
I don't.
No.
No, I don't have a singing voice. You will never hear me sing,
No?
except to Anderson.
Oh,
Aw.
okay. I
And
know.
you probably loved it.
Okay, next time we do a con together, we're gonna go karaoke singing.
Oh no, I leave that to Kid Cadet. She kills it up there. I stand all the way in the back, literally all the way.
For more to drink.
There you go. All right. Here's the next one. Okay. Would you rather be on a deserted island with Brigitte Nielsen or be on a deserted island with Scarlett Johansson?
I would say Scarlett Johansson. Yeah. I mean, Bridget Nielsen is Danish where I'm from.
Right.
But I just Scarlett. Yes. She seems very cool. Sweet,
Yeah,
down to earth chick. Yeah.
That, and if you had to fight for food, I don't know if I'd be wanting to fight Brigitte Nielsen.
No.
Right, Sonia.
Tall woman. I mean, I'm tall, but Bridget Nielsen is like, yeah, Scarlett Johansson. Like, she seems reasonable, maybe.
Fair. All right, Milo, this is the last
All right.
one.
Okay.
Last one. Would you rather be cast as a superhero or cast as a historical figure?
Well, then one thing is happening. So, superhero, it depends on which one. The historical figure just happened. So I have to say superhero. I mean, there's so many great superheroes that I would love to play. So many.
Do you have a favorite that you would like to play?
There's like so many. I mean,
Any come to mind, Milo? Like, can you think of
one like they just cast Tank Girl. So I mean, we don't know
really?
if it's set in stone yet, but yeah, I really like her. I was like, dang it. You can change. You never know. It hasn't been officially announced yet. So, you never know until it's happening, right? But yeah.
True.
I would say I'm partial to April Parker. So, Peter Parker's daughter. So just, that'd be because Spider-Girl. So I think Spider-Girl would be amazing.
I can totally see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't know if I'd be cast as Spider-Girl. I think I would probably be cast as something a little more, again, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say no. I would take any of those superheroes. They're all fantastic. I love, because of their comic book heroes, right? So their stories are like, their characters are always like, so they have big arcs and there's always so much to them that they spend a lot of time developing them. So that's why I love those characters. There's a lot to them.
On the historical figure side, you could do something like on Broadway, like Hamilton.
I could. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you could write the next Hamilton, but with a
Yeah,
female lead.
Problem, I can't write.
The
song, I can write the music, but
well, it's a musical, so just write the music.
Okay, so then who's writing the story?
It writes
Milo.
itself.
I,
It just writes itself.
I'm like, you're a dad. You're a stay-at-home dad now. So what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I might not be, you know.
Andrew's the Marvel universe, he said.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I really love that. There are some characters in there that are untouched. One that's Nick's, one the Black Spider, one what is it? And then there's another one I just saw, the Hack Slasher or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, Hack
Yeah.
Cassie. Yeah. Oh my God, I think you'd make a pretty good Cassie. Yeah.
Right? She seemed pretty cool. I just saw her here the other day. I was like, oh, she's cool.
Yeah, any of those. We'll have to once again contact your agent, and we'll see what we can do. And we'll. Oh, someone said She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
How do you feel about the color green?
How do you feel about body paint?
Yeah.
I'm off. Yeah. That would be fun. That would be a challenge. I would have to pump for that one.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, that would be fun.
How angry can you get?
Very angry.
Awesome. Well, Nina, before we wrap this up, thank you so much. This has been an absolute privilege and pleasure to have you here. Is there any final thoughts or anything that you want to leave us with here today?
There's I have a lot, there's a lot, but I'll save it for the next one.
Yes.
I'll definitely save it for the next one. And I just really hope that they're going to start doing Comic-Cons again soon. Do you guys know when? Can you?
No. Well.
So safely is a different story. Like obviously the biggest thing is that everyone needs to be safe, and you as, the guest and celebrities need to be protected, and everyone in attendance needs to be protected. So once things, start slowing down, and I think if there's a vaccine and things are more under control, next year, I think it's a possibility to have smaller style conventions, not like the big ones that we're used to, but slightly smaller events, I think we'll be seeing next year. Yes. So it's not super far off, but we have something to look forward to. Yes.
Okay, that sounds awesome. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll get you up in there in that FSCW ring.
Yeah. I'm ready. I started training, for the next movie. And
that's what I'm afraid of. You're training and I'm not.
Good for me.
I'm doing baby curls.
But hey, you can add squats in there too. I did that with my sister's baby, He loved it, like throw him in the air and then do squats like that. Do 5, 20 sets, baby throw squats. Yeah, it really works well. I mean, my sister hated it, but we had fun.
Yeah, Tank Girl at FSCW would sound amazing.
Yeah, my husband said you should be a Tank Girl at FSCW, so.
That would be amazing. Yeah, and I have the hair right now, so let's do it soon.
That's right.
Before it grows back out.
Right. Well, I was like, gosh, she froze in such a beautiful position. Like, all right. Well, I do want to say, Milo, thank you so much again for joining me tonight. I know Danica says hello to everybody. She misses everybody. And she might be back next week, or you might see Milo again. We'll see how it goes. But next week we have Rhino, so make sure to tune in for that. Nina, thank you so much again. We really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll have you back on here again soon.
Yeah, it's always fun with you guys. Yeah,
well,
thank you
so much. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, be safe. Milo, tell Anderson we all said hello, and we can't wait to see him again. And we will see you guys next week. Everybody be safe, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.
Yes. Bye.